Here we are at Innotech Nutrition with Wayne Friesen and Becky Reiss. Thank you for coming to talk to us today. We wanted to hear your version and testimonial on how you got involved with fasting days and the intermittent fasting program.
Wayne had posted about fasting days coming back in January, and Innotech Nutrition is a company I've trusted for many years. I used to sell their products at my family center that I owned because I knew I could trust their products with pregnant and breastfeeding women. And it was a way that my body wanted to eat anyway, but I was having all sorts of health problems with my blood sugars going all over the map, and headaches, and so I thought maybe this was a way to eat that way, but make a healthy change.
Well, isn't it interesting that your side effect from doing this was the weight loss? Tell us about that.
Right, yeah, I didn't start it thinking I was going to lose weight. In fact, I already had my wedding dress altered back in December. It was done and ready to go. And yet within the first week of going on fasting days, I literally started to feel like I was melting away, and I thought it's probably about time to take some measurements and some pictures so that I've got something to compare to. And it just continued on that way. And
so now, how many pounds have you lost and tell us how you're doing now after the program?
Right. In total, I've lost 56 pounds. So in the first 5 months, I lost 50 pounds. And then I've been in maintenance mode for the last almost 5 months, which basically just means I pay less attention to what I'm eating. Still eat obviously healthy and make good choices when it comes to food, but still doing the intermittent fasting, and since going on maintenance I've lost an additional 6 pounds.
So from our conversations previous, you told me that during your fasting days protocol, you just would eat sensibly, lower carb, and a Mediterranean type style food, right?
Right. I tried to focus on making sure I was getting sufficient protein in. So when I did break my fast, I would break it with things like a protein shake, maybe some pepperoni sticks and some cheese, some salted almonds, anything that would get the protein working in me.
And that 4-hour window is when you ate, right?
Right, yes, absolutely.
And people can choose whatever window works for them, right?
Absolutely.
What was your window? Yours was what, 4 to 8? Others choose 3 to 7 so they can still make their coffee break and be sociable at work, right?
And some days it made more sense for me to have my eating window from 12 to 4, and then I wouldn't eat in the evening. And so I made it flexible and I made it work with my life instead of making my life work with it.
And how many scoops of fasting days worked for you?
I found 4 worked really well for me. I did go up to 6, but I found the benefits were the same for me at 4. The muscle toning, my skin, went with my weight loss, which shocked me.
You didn't have all this loose skin afterwards.
Not at all.
Isn't that amazing? It's because of all the amino acids, the minerals, and the electrolytes in here. Now, tell me a little bit. You said sometimes if you had a hunger pain, what would you do?
Typically, I'd put some sea salt and fasting days or my water throughout the day, just to keep my electrolytes up, especially on the days that I was exercising. Although I didn't do a lot of exercising in those 5 months, but I did find that having the extra electrolytes really made a difference.
And tell us what you did before you went to bed.
I always took my magnesium.
The ionic magnesium, right?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, it helped you sleep and helped you relax your muscles, yes?
Right, yes.
Okay, can you just tell me a little bit? So, as a woman, how did losing all that weight make you feel?
It was phenomenal. I don't think you could put into words the feeling of walking into your wedding at 40 years old, feeling and looking like you're back in your 20s.
Wow, that's exciting. And you feel great, and your blood sugars seem to be normal?
I haven't had any blood sugar issues since I started the fasting days. My headaches are all but gone. There's been a lot of really fantastic side effects.
Really exciting. Well, Wayne, have you got any comments from your experience?
Yeah, you mentioned electrolytes, amino acids, trace minerals, vitamins are all in the fasting days. We're finding that if you're doing 4, 5, 6 scoops a day, they are, like a lot of people are mentioning that there's skin tone and muscle tone they're really liking what they see. And if they're doing, like some of the medical doctors are actually prescribing 36-hour fasts where their last meal would be at Sunday evening dinner, and then the next meal would be at noon on Tuesday, or say breakfast on Tuesday.
Right.
That would give them 36 or so hour fast, and that type of fast, if you look on the directions, it actually says you may want to use say a half a teaspoon of sea salt in with the fasting days drink, just to bump it up a little extra
Right.
electrolyte content. And so yeah, we've along with Becky's sort of our star testimonial, but we have between 60 and 80 other testimonials where people are losing weight from anywhere from 10 to 60 pounds. A lot of the testimonials are about getting rid of skin issues like acne and psoriasis, eczema, cellulite. There's lots of comments on
My
cellulite.
cellulite, I have no cellulite. Nobody told me to take pictures about that beforehand.
Oh, okay.
wow, that's too bad.
So we're getting all these comments about
Yes.
cellulite, and then we're getting comments about varicose veins and spider veins. That we had it was a doctor in the U.S. She said that it's only been 3 weeks since she's been on the program. She's already noticing huge changes with her varicose veins. So she is excited. She had appointments booked for treatments, and she's canceled those. And we've had those other comments as well. So yeah, it's been great. Lots of athletic people are saying they're using it as their pre-workout drink, for hockey and just for gym workouts. And so young and old people are using it. They love the taste. Today we've got the lime raspberry, the mixed berry.
Cheers.
And I just made Becky
Iced tea.
a serving of the new iced tea version that will be coming out in the next couple of months. And currently there's 3 flavors, and then we have a tea. There's a fasting tea that's actually a herbal tea that you boil water, or you can cold brew it and put a couple slices of lemon in there and just drink that all day long. And they're trying to get, a lot of people are after one of the main benefits of intermittent fasting is autophagy, where your body is doing some cellular housekeeping. And so I compare it to, you've swept the whole warehouse, and you've just got that last 20% to go, and the fasting tea comes along and helps you remove that last 20% out the door. And so that's been a great addition. So we have, and what we can't forget, that for most people, the central focus to the whole thing is if they have a large personal water bottle, something like this, they throw in some ice, a big chunk of lime or lemon, a couple of scoops of the powder, and of course water, and then they just go take on the day. It mixes instantly, and they're just sipping on it all day long. If they get hungry, they just simply make another one. And I usually put 2 scoops in mine, so I typically do 4 scoops a day. And I'm 59, and it's really hard for somebody my age to put on muscle. And I've noticed that I'm down 4 belt loops on my belt, and yet I'm still exactly 170. So I've gained muscle, and I've lost some midsection fat. I've got a lot more energy, and I even went on this in-body analysis machine, and it showed that I'm down around 10% body fat now. So that's, and I used to be at 17%. So those are the type of things that everybody's talking about out there. Like it's already our #1 product as of last a couple of weeks ago. And so we're really excited to keep adding flavors, and again, we have the iced tea version coming out.
Yes.
And so back to Rose.
I just have one last thing to say before we wrap it up.
Absolutely.
You know what's really exciting? You hear so many people, they go on these fad diets, they'll lose the weight, but then they gain it all back.
I was worried about that.
Well, you didn't gain back an
No,
ounce.
absolutely
And you
not.
keep losing weight even,
Yes.
you said to me.
Yeah, a couple, pound here, pound there.
That's because you grew back your insulin receptors, right? Wayne?
Right, yeah, they talk about, this is the way it's supposed to work. There's so many videos out there. The whole medical profession is excited about intermittent fasting. It's because people, by shutting down insulin or taking an insulin arrest, some people call it, they're actually resensitizing or regrowing the insulin receptors and their ability to receive insulin and help get the glucose, the blood sugar into the cells to be burnt as energy rather than being stored as fat. And so the whole medical profession is excited about that because there's so much research behind it, and more research is coming out. So they're taking, one of the exciting things that people are really seeing is that with a human growth hormone, your body does not produce your youth hormone, your HGH, your human growth hormone, if you are secreting insulin at too high levels all day long. So the human growth hormone, when you take an insulin rest, human growth hormone goes up 2,000% for men and 1,300% for women, and so that's the hormone that is producing muscle and skin tone, and the amino acids in this product is helping you capture it, and the electrolytes in there are helping you absorb it, and you're producing high quality structured elastin for your skin and for your joint health. Oh, here's another thing. Many people are talking about that they're losing their aches and pains.
Yes,
They're sleeping better.
Inflammation,
Absolutely,
right?
Yes.
And reducing inflammation, sleeping better, getting rid of aches and pains, skin conditions, healthy weight loss.
Yeah.
The weight loss, it's not fasting traditionally wasn't about weight loss, so it's great that people are getting this nice healthy side effect really quickly. And how long? So it took you 5 months from February till your wedding to lose the weight.
Right, to July 1st.
And then how long has it been since?
Almost 5 months, so almost the same amount of time.
And not a gain of any weight.
No, since July 1st, I've lost 6 more pounds.
And you've relaxed on the structure of your eating patterns.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what type of, how would you describe your eating now?
I still try to focus on lower carbs and staying away from simple carbs, certainly, and higher protein.
Mm-hmm.
And you're still doing intermittent fasting. You're doing your window,
I am,
pretty
absolutely.
much maintaining it.
Yeah.
Weekends, are you going back to normal sometimes? Or?
You know what? It depends on the day. It depends on how I'm feeling. It depends on what's on the schedule for the day. If we're invited for a family lunch, obviously I'm going to go and enjoy our family lunch.
Right. So it doesn't affect your family. Nobody like that. That's a lot of friends of mine. There's actually a lot of men doing this program, and what they love is that it doesn't disrupt anybody's their family eating patterns and their meals, whatever. Dad is still having a nice big breakfast on Saturday morning, an omelet or whatever. They are shying away from pancakes and all waffles and that sort of thing, high carb.
Yes.
They're doing like poached eggs and omelets and that sort of thing, and on weekends.
Oh, so they take the weekend off.
Yeah, like a lot of people are just.
But
like,
you didn't initially because you were serious. You had to lose that weight for your wedding.
Well, but honestly, it's just this has been the simplest way I've ever eaten, and I don't have to worry about making sure that I know if I'm out for the day and have to stop somewhere to get food or bring something with me.
It's
I don't have to spend that
economical,
money.
right?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you save a lot of money. Some people are saying they've calculated that they're saving between $3,000 and $4,000 a year by cutting out lunches at the office and running out to drive-thrus and that sort of thing.
Breakfast and lunches were my worst for fast food. So.
Yeah, and then the other thing that people are excited about is they don't have to run out and shop for all this diet food that if they're going on some sort of, they've read a book and there's all this new diet they're going to go on, they have to go and shop for all this diet
ingredients,
food. And here they're just sipping on this and this nice sensible home cooked dinner and a nice snack at 3 o'clock, nice homemade meals on the weekends. And it's just the easiest thing they've ever done, and it's all evidence based, and we're excited. Our clients are excited, and so why don't I take a quick second here to show you Becky here at this is her back in February. Did I get that right? Let's say here. This is her back in February, and this is her at her wedding in July, and so we've made a little poster on it, and just to celebrate Becky's star testimonial. And again, we have between 60 and 80 other testimonials, but this is a good one because everyone loves a wedding story, a feel good, happy ending.
Yeah.
But anyway, thank you, Becky, for coming out to speak with us today.
Thank
we
you
really
for having
enjoyed
me.
that, and cheers.
Okay.